Hello everyone, welcome to VISHNU IAS Academy YouTube channel. So regularly we are discussing CSAT paper 2 basic concepts. So in these concepts we are focusing on blood relations part 1. See, in the blood relations the basic concepts are very important. So another advantage in the blood relation is if you know all the basic concepts and how to draw the family tree and how to answer the questions, we have some techniques. If you know all these basic points, all these basic concepts very clearly, very accurately, you can find out answer for this particular topic. So blood relation. So not only this blood relation, in the reasoning part, total or maximum topics, every topic having some kind of shortcuts and logics. If you know that logics and shortcuts very clearly and very easily, so with 100% accurate manner, you can score very good marks from the reasoning part. Similar way, in the regular classes in VISHNU IAS Academy YouTube channel, we are going to discuss every topic basic concepts as well as shortcut methods, not only for reasoning as well as we'll discuss for mathematics also. But the basic difference is in the reasoning, without remembering any formulas or without by-hearting anything, very clearly and very easily we can score very good marks with 100% accuracy. So whenever you are writing UPSC exams, definitely, so obviously time management is important. Other than that, so more important thing is accuracy. If you are able to score good marks, if you are attempting the maximum questions, if you are maintaining 100% accuracy, definitely we can score 33% of marks from CSAT paper 2. So today we will start the blood relation concept. So from this particular CSAT syllabus, now the first basic points we will discuss in the part 1, and let's see here. Not only this, guys, so from VISHNU IAS Academy, so we are providing the perfect prelims 2021 online test series also. This is a very important. Along with this, so VISHNU IAS Academy YouTube channel, we are also taking all these test series. So very important. So who are preparing for the 2021, so definitely this test series going to help very clearly and very crystal clear manner. We will conduct test series and we will give explanation for every concept in CSAT paper 1 as well as paper 2 also. Just observe the features here. So we are giving this total test series only for 5,000 rupees. If you enroll early, definitely you will get additional 20% discount also. So to register or to know more details, you can contact 9977 679927. So you will get full details about this. But so whenever who are preparing, particularly from the last 1-2 years onwards, VISHNU IAS Academy, more number of students are clearing. So in the final level also, in the last year we got good results. Similarly, this year also most of the students are going to the interview also. Not only this prelims focus, and we are giving interview and mains guidance also very crystal clear manner. So better you can utilize all these points also. Now let's go into the complete basic concepts of blood relations. So whenever you're talking about blood relations, first we should know some important points related to this. That is, generally, if you observe, whenever you are answering blood relation concepts, first we should know the basic important relations. Whenever you know the basic important relations, very easily you can find out answers without any confusion. I'll give the complete basic important relations, what relations are important for this particular concept. Similarly, we should have a complete concept of complete idea of generations and generation gap. Sometimes directly in UPSC CSAT paper 2, directly they can ask generation gaps, or based on generations also they will give data. If you observe 2020 and 2016 paper also, most of the cases they given these type of questions. We'll take that type of questions also. Now another important thing is very important task in the blood relation, that is, for a given data, examiner can give some data. For that given data, how to draw a family tree is very important. That we will discuss in this particular class. So how to draw a family tree, if you know that, you can answer any type of blood relation questions within very less time. So maybe in a UPSC CSAT paper 2, time management, maybe if you are good in a concept, you can take more time also, but accuracy matters a lot. So you have to focus on accuracy. Just if you know how to draw a family tree, definitely you can maintain good accuracy. Another important thing is sometimes we are getting in UPSC now blood relation, coded blood relations questions we are getting. In a blood relations, another type is coded blood relations 1. So in these coded blood relations, you can follow family tree method also, but it takes more time. If you want to answer these type of questions in less time, we should know what is gender technique and what is generation technique. Very clearly I'll explain what is gender technique and what is generation technique. Is total blood relation. So if you know all these points very crystal clear manner, definitely you can score very good marks from this particular topic. Very easily you can answer with 100% accurately. Let's take some basic important relations, then we will discuss family tree, how to draw a family tree, then we will focus on gender generation technique. These points are very important. Let's focus on all the important relations here, guys. Now if you take all these points, these are the important relations we have to remember. But basically whenever we are solving a family, or whenever we are drawing a family tree, or whenever we are solving any blood relation questions, so always try to assume yourself in that question, or always take total important relations from current generation onwards. The current generation, in the current generation we are taking, we all are in current generation, just assume we all are in current generation. The generation number we are taking as a 0. In the current generation, what we are taking, the first important point, yourself, who are solving that question or who are taking all the relation. See, I given all the important relations here, but why we are starting the current generation? If you assume you are in the current generation, your parents in the above generation. For example, if you are married, your wife or husband only in your generation, or your siblings also in same generation. But if you are talking about your children, that must be in the next generation. Like that, we should know complete clarity about the generations and how to take all these important relations. We are starting from the current generation. So current generation, assume yourself. So yourself is here. First, if you are talking about current generation important relations, what relations are there? Just focus here. The myself is here. My important relations, immediately my brother and my sister, that's my siblings. The first important, my brother and my sister, we should have clarity. And cousin and brother-in-law and sister-in-law, these relations also in current generation only, but we should have clarity about who is cousin and who is brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and who is brother. For these three things we should have complete clarity. Who is a cousin, generally we will discuss. For example, if you go one generation above from your generation, that is your parents. If you are here, you will take in the above generation your parents, that is, so your father and mother, that is in the +1 generation. Right? Starting from your generation is 0. Now, your parents' brother and sister, what we can call, for example, your father's brother is your uncle. Similarly, your mother's brother also we can take as uncle. But sometimes in the exams you will find paternal and maternal, these two words also. Very important. Paternal means always father side relatives. If you are talking about uncle, just uncle, that may be father's brother, that may be mother's brother. Particularly if they mention paternal uncle is a father's brother. Similarly, maternal uncle, similarly mother's brother. Simple. Paternal always related to father side, maternal always related to mother side. Similarly, aunt also. Who is aunt generally? Your father's sister is aunt, and your mother's sister is also aunt. So I hope everyone is clear, guys. Who is uncle and aunt? Uncle and aunt is different. Father-in-law, mother-in-law is different. First we'll focus on uncle and aunt. So I hope everyone is clear with the uncle and aunt. Any uncle, any aunt having any children, their children we can call as a cousin. I hope this point is clear. For example, my father's brother's son and daughter we can take cousin. Similarly, my father's sister is aunt, aunt's son and daughter we can take as a cousins again. Similarly, your mother's brothers and sisters son and daughter we can take cousins. Simply any uncles, any aunts, son and daughter we can take cousins. Sometimes in the exam you will find options like cousin brother and cousin sister also. Particularly if that child is a male, you can take cousin brother. Particularly if that child is a female, you can take cousin sister also. These points are very important, but don't combine. I mean, cousin and brother-in-law is not same. Cousin and sister-in-law is not same. In-law relations, just observe very clearly. Wherever we are getting in-law relations, all these in-law relations we will get after marriage only. So in-law relations are different, cousin relations are different. So we cannot take same. I hope everyone got the clarity who is cousin. So based on that we can take cousin. But say in the next other important relations, In your generation, we are taken brother, sister, cousin, and next who is brother-in-law, who is sister-in-law. For example, if you are married, so your wife or your husband based on your gender. If I am female, so my husband. If I am male, my wife. So based on this, your wife and your husband also in the same generation, current generation or zero generation. Your wife's or your husband's brother is brother-in-law. Simple. After marriage only, you will get in-law relations. After marriage only, we will get in-law relations. So brother-in-law means your husband or your wife's brother is your brother-in-law. Similarly, sister-in-law means your husband or your wife's sister is a sister-in-law. These points are very, very important. Another important point we have to remember, for example, your siblings are also married. If your siblings are also married, your brother's wife is again sister-in-law. That is also important. Your brother is married. After marriage, you will get in-law relation. So similarly, if you are married, your wife and husband's brother and sister, brother-in-law, sister-in-law is okay. Similarly, if your siblings are also married, your brother's wife is sister-in-law and your sister's husband is again brother-in-law. I hope everyone got the complete clarity about the current generation. Then if you talk about, so father and mother is already over. Clear? In the parent generation, first important father and mother. Then we already taken uncle and aunt, maternal, paternal, very important, you have to remember. Similarly, who is father-in-law and who is mother-in-law? Father-in-law, mother-in-law and uncle and aunt both are not same. So we are taken uncle and aunt already. Similarly, after marriage only again you will get father-in-law, mother-in-law relation. That is, if you are married, your wife or your husband's father is father-in-law. Similarly, your wife or husband's mother is your mother-in-law. That is very clear. Similarly, even if your siblings are married, your siblings, wife and husband's father and mother, again father-in-law, mother-in-law, two different types of father-in-law, mother-in-law we are getting. For example, your sister is married, your sister's husband is your brother-in-law, your brother-in-law's parents obviously father-in-law and mother-in-law. So these are the two important points in current generation and plus one generation, that is a parent generation. Even if you go one more generation above your parents. So if your parents is here, if you go your above one more generation, your parents, that is we can take grandparents, that is grandfather and grandmother. Again in the grandfather, grandmother, we have two grandfathers, two grandmothers, that is father side and mother side. Whatever words we are taken paternal and maternal, that words examiner can use here also. Clear my point? So your father's father means they will mention paternal grandfather. If they given paternal grandmother, your father's mother. Similarly, maternal grandfather means your mother's father. Maternal always related to mother side. Similarly, maternal grandmother, you can take directly maternal grandmother means mother's mother. Just you have to remember what is a paternal and maternal. Some other important points, these two also very, very important. Some aspirants are confusing grand uncle and grand aunt. Generally, very rare cases we are finding these options in the questions or these words in the questions. That is grand uncle. Who is a grand uncle means if your grandparents having brother, that is a grand uncle. If any of your grandparent having sister, you can take grand aunt. Similarly, so grandfather-in-law and grandmother-in-law we can take here. So grandfather-in-law and grandmother-in-law, what we will get? So grandfather-in-law means your father's father-in-law, you can take directly grandfather-in-law, grandmother-in-law. But so these two words are not that much important, but grandfather, grandmother, granduncle, grandaunt, very, very important in a grandparent generation. If you go one more generation, that is a plus 3 generation from current generation, that is great grandparent. Just you have to remember words. Great grandparents means grandparents' parents. These points are very, very important. Let's talk about so below generations. From current generation, so if you go one more generation below, that is -1 generation, what relations you will get? Generally, if you are married, first important, what important relations you will get? Your son and your daughter. Very simple. If you are married, your son and daughter. And other important relations, most of the aspirants are getting confused in these 2 points, nephew and niece. Generally, who is nephew and who is niece, what we have to take here. For example, if your siblings are married, right, that is your brother is married or your sister is married, your brother or your sister's son, we can call as a nephew. Nephew means male person, right? Your brother's son or your sister's son, both are nephew. Similarly, your brother's daughter and your sister's daughter, both. Your brother's daughter and your sister's daughter, both are niece. It's a female child. I think these 2 points are clear. Similarly, even if your children are married, another important point. If my son is married, after marriage you will get only in-law relation. If my son is married, my son's wife is a daughter-in-law. Important. If your daughter is married, your daughter's husband, again son-in-law. This is a -1 generation. If you are here, in the next generation you will get children, nephew, niece, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, like this. Even if you go one more generation below, that is -2 generation, here we will get grandchildren is the first important thing. Your children's children, right? Grandchildren, grandson and granddaughter is important. The next, if you talk about granddaughter-in-law, grandson-in-law. So what these 2 points here? Granddaughter-in-law is here. This is grandson-in-law. One is grandson-in-law. This is grandson-in-law. So first one is granddaughter-in-law, one is grandson-in-law. Now what we have to take here, if your grandson is married, so grandson's wife, granddaughter-in-law. Similarly, if your granddaughter is married, their husband, we can take grandson-in-law. We can take son-in-law. Clear? Very simple. So grandson-in-law. Similarly, if you go one more generation below, -3. Right? So grandchildren's children, great grandchildren, obviously. Now, so no need to go into complete details. Up to these, whatever relations we have taken in these generation, above 3 generation, below 3 generations, and current generation. If you have a complete clarity about all these important relations, you can answer any question, or that is, you can find out right answers very clearly and very easily. But you should remember all these points very, very clearly. But whenever you are practicing more number of questions, automatically you can remember all these points. Don't bother about this. But particularly, don't get confused cousin, brother-in-law, sister-in-law and brothers, and paternal, maternal, and particularly nephew, niece, and so all these remaining points we cannot get confused. So all these are the basic important points. Don't worry about this. If you are solving multiple questions, automatically you can remember all these points. The next very, very important task is how to draw a family tree for given data. Total in the blood relation concept, if you know only how to draw a family tree. If you draw perfect family tree, 100% with 100% accurately, you will get correct answers. Now let's talk about how to draw a family tree. I given basic representations. In the olden days, so most of the aspirants, they have to use different kind of representations here. So here I am mentioning how to draw a family tree. These pictorial representations are very, very important. Whenever we are drawing the family tree, representations are very, very important. In the olden days, you will find so many standard books, they will use squares, triangles, circles, and all these things. We cannot use all these things. So these are the complete old pattern. So we have to update. We have to take very less number of representations. Which representations takes less time, we have to follow only that. So these are the important representations. Very particularly, we have to remember these first 3. The first one, in the given question, wherever you find a male person, or wherever you are talking about one male person, always represent that male person with a P. For example, so if you find one point like A is the father of B. Who is the father here? A is the father means you have to represent A is with a plus because is a male person. We have to represent like that. No need to take any circle and arrows and all these things. Now, in the given question, wherever you find a female, so we have to represent minus. For example, B is a sister of D. For example, who is sister here? B is a sister, female. We have to represent like this. I'll explain very, very clearly by taking different examples. Don't worry, just try to understand what representations we are following here. Now, next important thing is couple. In the given data, wherever you find a married couples and wife and husband, between that married couples, for example, A and B are married couples. Between the two persons, we have to represent these two-sided arrow. These two are the couples. right? These 3 points are very, very important, but we cannot forget one important point. We cannot assume any genders from our side. We cannot assume any genders in the blood relation questions. So genders we cannot assume. If they are not given any gender, so no need to take that may be male or female we can represent, but we cannot assume any genders. And another important point, based on names also, we cannot assume any genders. Simply, we cannot assume any point from our side. Whatever UPSC is giving the as it is question, follow that details and try to answer that question. That point is also very, very important. Another important point is what? Whenever we are drawing a family tree, always try to draw a family tree generation wise. What happens if you are not drawing generation wise? No problem, you will get the answer. Even if you are not following the generation wise, you will get the answer, but it may take more time. It's little bit confusing. That's why whenever you are drawing a family tree using these representations, always try to draw a diagram generation wise. I'll show some sample diagrams also, and we will take some examples and we'll discuss very clearly how to draw the diagram. But whenever we are following that generation wise, just now we are taken current generation means in the same generation. Whenever we are talking about current generation relations, maybe wife, husband, brother, sister, cousins, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, for that kind of relations always we have to take in a same line, right? In a same line, right? We have to take in a same line all the persons. If you are talking about above generations, that is, if you are here, your parents, your grandparents should be above generation, we can take above side. And if you are talking about below generations, we can take below. But very particularly how to draw the diagram generations wise, we will see here. If you observe here, this is one simple model family tree, but finally in the exam, whatever data they will give, we have to draw the diagram or family tree according to the given details only. But like this we have to get always. What is the importance in this particular question, in this particular model family tree is generation wise we are drawing. For example, if you observe, yourself is here, assume yourself is this. So your wife and husband, your brother or your sister or your brother-in-law, sister-in-law, we have taken a same line. And whenever we are talking about parents, that is a father and mother, maybe uncle and aunt, or maybe so father-in-law, mother-in-law, also you will get in this generation. And if you talk about parents, grandparents, grandmother, granduncle, grandaunt, you will get like this. And if you are talking about children, right, son and daughter, below you will get your children's children, if your granddaughter, grandson, like this we have to follow for any given data. So you have to draw the diagram. So in the exam you will get lengthy data. For given lengthy data, so you have to draw diagram like this, but you have to read only once. Particularly you have to arrange in this manner. Now we'll see by different kind of examples how to draw a family tree for given data. Let's take one example, very, very important, very simple data. But don't forget guys, so from VISHNU IAS Academy, we are providing all these basic concepts classes of CSAT paper 2 regularly. So just if you follow VISHNU IAS Academy YouTube channel, you will find all these concepts very, very crystal clear manner. I will explain in a simple way how to answer in less time. Along with that, and we are providing so perfect prelims 2021 online test series also. Utilize this 100% if you want to crack 2021 so preliminary exams, definitely. So this test series is going to help in a best way. So we are providing everything, every test we will conduct with good explanation, the proper explanation. If you want to know more details, you can contact this number, definitely you will get complete details. But if you register early, you will get additional discount also. But try to utilize these points from VISHNU IAS Academy also. These test series are very, very helpful for the next coming 2020 prelims, 2021 prelims. Now let's talk about this question. Very, very basic question is there from the blood relation concept. So how to draw a family tree for this given data? So very simple. So 2 lines question, but sometimes in a UPSC prelims, if you observe 2020 or 2017 and 2018 also regularly they given blood relation question. If you observe 2020, they given complete lengthy question. It's a complete technical question, but how to draw a family tree, if you know for these type of basic questions, we can answer that difficult or moderate level questions also, right? Now we'll see how to draw a diagram for this given data, very simple manner. Now we'll see. First, what we have, K is the father of M. What I told, always try to draw a family tree generation wise, and wherever you find male, you have to use a place. What is the first point? K is the father of M. Who is the father here? K is father means plus. K is the father of M. See, myself, assume yourself, myself is M, for example, my father is K. So father should be in the above generation. What is this? M. Clear? So K is the father of M. M is married to N. If myself is M, if I am marrying N, we both are in the same generation, couples. We have to take like this. So M is marrying N. Clear? But particularly if you observe in this point, so we don't know exactly M is male or female, N is male or female. We cannot assume anything. The next point, N is the mother of T. Here who is mother? N is a mother. We are talking about N. N is a mother means a female. N is a mother of T. Mother should be in the above generation for T. This is a T here. So if you observe, this is T. Clear? So T. N has only one daughter. What is a particular condition here? Only conditions are very, very important. If you observe regularly CSAT paper 2, from blood relations, most of the cases they are using these type of conditions. So what is this? N has only one daughter. So total N has only one daughter, but that may be T, that may be other person, but we cannot decide anything. T is married to O. You can note down that is N has only one daughter. We cannot forget any point. T is married to O. Who is marrying? This is a T. T is marrying O. And R is a son of O. Who is son here? R is son of O. Below we have to take R is son of O. Next, if you talk about what is a question, how is N related to R? How is N related to R? We are talking about N. How is N related to R? How to answer here? How is N related to R? From R, if you observe particularly, my generation, my parent generation, R's parent is O and T. R's generation is a parent generation, and we are taking one more generation. So from R to N, so 2 generation gap is there, but definitely my parents we can take directly. R's parents is O and T, and O's parents is N directly. So N is a grandparent. Particularly N is a female. Directly we can take N is a grandmother of R. If you observe all the options, grandfather is there. Grandfather is actually M. If N is a female, M should be male. So now right answer is only grandmother. But whenever we are solving difficult questions very, very clearly, so very, very particularly we have to draw a perfect family tree, then only you will get the right answer. I hope everyone got the clarity, at least a minimum idea how to draw the diagram. We'll talk about one simple kind of moderate level question we'll take. So let's see friends, another question here. So these type of questions regularly we are getting in UPSC CSAT paper 2. So these questions how to solve, we'll see. Any blood relation question, only important thing is how to draw a family tree. Very particularly observe very clearly how to draw this family tree. See here, the first point. The 5 persons, Amita, Babu, Chenda, Divakar and Isho, 5 members are there, are traveling in a train. These are basic data. From here, important thing is there. Now, Amita is the mother of Chenda. First point, how to represent. Who is Amita is a mother. Who is a mother? Amita is a mother. Is a female. Amita is a mother of Chenda. Clear? Amita is mother of Chenda. Who is means we are talking about, whenever you find who, we are talking about this person, Chenda. Chenda is wife of Isho. Chenda is wife means a female. Chenda is a wife of Isho. These two are couples. Just I am representing Isho. Isho. If Chenda is a wife, definitely Isho is a husband means male. These two are couples. Now, Divakar is the brother of Amita. So Divakar is a brother of Amita. Clear? Who is the brother of Amita here? So Divakar is the brother of Amita. So Divakar is a brother of brother. Why we are taking in the same line? So Divakar and Amita both are related to same generation, brother and sister. So next and last point, Babu is husband of Amita. See, Babu is husband of Amita. Babu is husband of Amita. Clear? If you observe particularly one by one, Amita is a mother of Chenda. Amita is mother of Chenda. And who is the wife of Isho? See, Chanda is a wife of Isho. Similarly, Diwakar is a brother of Amita. Diwakar is brother of Amita. And Babu is husband of Amita. This is a particular family tree. Once you draw the diagram, you can answer given questions very particularly and very easily, very simple way. Now we'll try to solve the given question very simple way. Now let's see. In this case, how is Babu related to Isho? If you observe the family tree, we already taken, clear? So, Amita is mother of Chanda. Chanda is actually wife of Isho, and this is husband actually. And see, Diwakar is a brother of Amita, and Amita is a wife of Babu. This diagram we got actually. So for this diagram, once diagram is completed, how to answer? How is Babu related to Isho? Very simple. How is Babu related to Isho? How to answer? We'll see. How is the Babu related to Isho? Isho is here. See, observe one by one, step by step. One generation gap is there, so you can find out very easily. But my wife, myself is E. Assume always yourself in the question. It's very easy. My wife's mother is my mother-in-law, and my wife's father, C's father is B obviously. So my wife's father is my father-in-law. So direct answer is, you can go to the father-in-law. Very simple. Once diagram is completed, you can answer any question within seconds. Now, just if we require some practice. If you have minimum practice, with 100% accurately, you can answer all type of blood relation questions very simply. How is Amita related to Isho? How is Amita related to Isho? Here, Amita is directly mother of Chanda. Chanda is the wife of Isho. Assume yourself is Isho. Your wife's mother is your mother-in-law. So directly, C is the correct answer. So like this, we have to answer any type of question very and simple, easy way. Let's try to solve one more same model, maybe moderate to difficult level. We'll see. If you observe the data here, very particularly, these type of questions are very important for UPSC CSAT. Now, there are 7 family members. Total 7 family members are there. These are the names. No need to focus on names. There are 2 married couples. All these conditions are important. The first condition is the total 7 members are there. And 2 married couples are there. How many couples are there? 2 couples are there. And Q is the brother-in-law. This from here we have to start the question. But conditions are what? You have to get total 7 members, names are there. And 2 married couples should be there. Only 2 married couples. Now, Q is the brother-in-law of V and son of R. We are talking about Q. Q is a brother-in-law of V. Clear? Who is the brother-in-law here? Q is brother-in-law, means male. So Q is brother-in-law. If you are getting confused, just you can note down relation also here very particularly. So we are talking about brother-in-law. Here, like this we can represent. So Q is a brother-in-law of V here. Very simple. And son of R. Whenever you find N, we are talking about Q. Q is the brother-in-law of V and son of R. Who is the son here? Q is son of R. Very simple. Next point. W is a sister-in-law of P. Who is sister-in-law? W is a sister-in-law of P. We don't have any common points in these 2 data. Just we can note down anywhere, or otherwise if we take some other points, you will get some clues. But first note down, W is a sister-in-law of P. See, if you take W here, W is a sister-in-law, is a female. So, sister-in-law of P. So, who is a sister-in-law here? So, W. If you want to note down, you can note down that relation here. Here, this is sister-in-law. Clear? W is sister-in-law of P. Next point, R is a grandfather of S. Who is a grandfather here? R is a grandfather. Is a plus. Grandfather means a male. R is a grandfather of S. The generation gap should be like this. S, parent generation, grandparent. So if you want to note down, you can take grandfather grandfather. R is a grandfather. You can represent like this. R is a grandfather of S. U is a brother of S. Who is a brother here? U is a brother of S. U is brother of S, means male. Next, R has 2 children and only 1 son. R has 2 children. This is children. 2 child. Okay. R has a 2 child. Out of that, 1 son, means another person is obviously. So son, only 1 son. They particularly are mentioning only condition. Only means R has total 2 children. Out of the 2 children, only 1 person is a son, or only 1 child is a son, means another is obviously daughter. Clear? R has 2 children. See, R is here, we are talking about R is here. R has 2 children. 2 child, and 1 is a male and 1 is a female. That point we have to remember. We are talking about R. Then W is mother of S. Here who is mother? W is a mother of S. W is mother of S. W should be in the above generation. W should be in the above generation. Same data I am taking here. W is mother of, actually yes, this is you can take. But already we know that W is a sister-in-law of P. This is sister-in-law. So no need to take this point again. We already taken that. Now let's continue the similar data here. W is mother of S. We already taken. Who is niece of P? Who is means we are talking about S again. Who is means S is niece is a female. S is niece of P. Generally, who is niece? We already discussed about the relations. Niece means, for example, yourself. We are talking about who is means S is a niece of me, niece of P. If you are a P, your brother or your sister's child is a niece. Clear? That child, particularly niece, means a female. Your brother's daughter or your sister's daughter is a niece. Clear? So S is a niece of P. So here S is there. Directly S is a niece of P. You can take, if you want to note down, you can take S is niece. We'll take that point how to find out exact relations. P is the wife of V. Who is a wife here? P is wife of V. They given common relation between P to V. These two are couples. P is a wife of V. So if P is a wife, so V is a husband. In this total data, how to identify proper relations between all the persons, we have to observe clearly. But to answer the question, after taking all the points here, so very simple, you can answer every question very, very clearly in a very simple way. But if you observe, total conditions are what? Total 7 members should be there. We got 7 members or not, we have to verify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Total 7 members are there. Clear? Now particularly 2 couples should be there. 2 couples should be there. So 1 couple is already we are taken P and V. Clear? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members are there. 1 couple P and V couples. Another couple we have to get. Another couple what we can take here, that is we have to observe particularly. So once you find that, you will get the answers. So already we are getting, see, grandfather we are getting R. R's children are one condition, one more condition is there. R has 2 children, 1 is son and 1 is daughter. Who is that children? So R's children, who are the children? See, actually Q is the son of R, but this is a brother-in-law. So who is brother-in-law here? Q is the brother-in-law of V. So how it is a brother-in-law means, can you take directly P and Q are siblings? So how we can take means, see, for example, myself is a Q. I am the brother-in-law of V, or so definitely V is also brother-in-law of Q. How it is a brother-in-law? For example, my sister is P, myself is Q, my sister is P, my sister's husband, we can take brother-in-law. Or otherwise, with respect to V, if you check, my wife's brother, you can take brother-in-law. So finally for R, we have to get 2 children, that is 1 is a Q, 1 is a P. But what condition we have? We have to get only 2 couples here. Now 1 we got P and V. Another what we can take? Already they are telling W is the mother of S. So what we can take here, already this is a sister-in-law. Who is a sister-in-law generally? So brother's wife we can take sister-in-law. So directly, so Q and W, if they are two are married, if these two are married, so we are completing two couples. Now if it is marrying, how it is a niece? We have to check this one also. How S is a niece of P? How we are getting this is a niece? Generally, if S is a daughter of W, if W and Q are married, so directly myself, my brother, my brother's daughter is obviously my niece. So all the conditions are satisfying. If you want to take perfect family tree is here, first we have to get R. For R we have two children are there. One is a Q, one is a P. But R should have two children, one is a male and another is a female, both are satisfying. Similarly, Q's wife if you are taking W and P's husband if you are taking a V. Now in this case, so S is a child of W. If you take S is here, S is obviously female, but U is the brother of S, means these two are again siblings. This is a total family tree we have to get in a proper way. But in the competitive exams, if you have, particularly in UPSC level, if you have a complete clarity about the blood relations, if you have a complete clarity of the blood relations, once you draw like this, even you can answer questions very easily. No need to draw multiple times. But to answer, even if you are drawing like this, from this data, if you want to answer the question, we require more and more practice. If you have at least minimum practice, definitely you can answer questions very, very clearly. So what we are getting, R is actually male. So total 7 members we are getting or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members. Where is another person here? So we got R, Q and W and P and V, S and U. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 members are there. Now, okay. Now, see how to answer the questions. The first R is there. R's children Q and P, their wives, two couples are there. Similarly, finally this one. So based on this data, we have two questions are there. We'll try to solve these two questions here. So first question is what? In the first question, how is the P related to S? I think we have seen that particular diagram. Everyone is taken the diagram. So how is the P related to S? We have to answer. Generally, even if you want to take the diagram here, once again I'll try to take. R is a male. For R we have two children. One is a Q and one is a P. Q is a male, P is a female. P is married to V, that is a male. Q is married to W, that is a female. And Q has two children. One is S is a daughter, obviously U is a son. This is a total diagram. Now try to answer these two questions using this particular diagram. How is a P related to S? How is a P related to S? Just observe, very simple. How to answer this? Once the diagram is completed, any answer you can answer very simple and easy manner. How is a P related to S? S is here, P is here. How to answer this? My generation, my parents, my father is a Q. My father's sister is obviously my aunt. Direct question. So these two are siblings. Now next one. If M is the son of P, additional data they are providing here. If M is a son of P, if M is son of these two couples, that is particularly P, and if M is son of P, then how is M related to S? How is M related to S? Very simple. Just observe very particularly same manner. From S we have to check. Myself is yes, assume yourself. Your father, your father's sister, that is your aunt, your aunt's son directly. Any aunt, son and daughter, any uncle, son and daughter is a cousin. We already taken. So direct answer is a cousin you can take if you observe. First option directly we have a cousin. So like that we have to take answer for these type of questions. Only important thing in the blood relations, important thing is only thing is how to draw a family tree. Once you understand that family tree, how to draw a family tree, you can answer any questions very, very easily in a simple way. hope everyone is clear, guys, all these basic concepts, whatever we discussed about the blood relations. So we discussed blood relation basic concepts as well as some basic questions, how to draw a family tree for these type of questions. All these type of questions are very, very important for UPSC CSAT paper 2. Just focus on all these type of questions. In the next coming sessions, we will discuss some other models related to the blood relations also, but don't forget these points. So if you are watching the first time, VISHNU IAS Academy YouTube channel the first time, so please subscribe and share to your friends also. So this particular video is helpful for them also. Definitely, if you want to score very good marks from CSAT paper 2, or even if you are feeling if you are not able to score that 33%, so if you are feeling it is difficult, just if you follow VISHNU IAS Academy YouTube channel, regular CSAT classes, 100% you can score very, very good marks. But so just observe here, from VISHNU IAS Academy, we are providing perfect prelims 2021 test series also. In this particular test series, so we are giving for 5,000 only, we are giving total test series. So in a prelims point of view, very the best explanation for every test we are giving all these things. So to get complete details, you can contact 9977679927. You will get full details. If you register early, you will get additional discount also. Not only prelims guidance from VISHNU IAS Academy, we are providing guidance, all round guidance for UPSC exams, that may be prelims, mains and interview guidance also we are providing present 2020 mains cleared students. So like that, every year we will provide prelims guidance, mains guidance as well as interview guidance also. Who are planning for 2021 prelims, just utilize this particular perfect prelims 2021 online test series. You will get the best explanation, best classes. So definitely you can crack 2021 UPSC exams. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.